map, the only map as is best of one here still, but luckily for everyone here watching, with the new lobby settings, King of the Hill is now best 3 out of 5.
Yeah, so it's going to be longer just based on that. Also going to be longer just based on tracers. So we might be in for it, I think, and hopefully they're holding it, but it is going to be SG1 versus Melty in the next round too. So that is a rematch of yesterday's King of the Watch, in which I believe SG1 won 4-0. I didn't catch the end of that though, so I'd have to double check. But they played yesterday.
Well, was it no hero limit or 1 hero limit for King of the Watch yesterday? Do you know?
I think it's 1 hero.
Because no hero limit historically did not go all that well for Melty. But take a look here at the side of REUNITED. As I set up, it's going to be Unfix and Voltaja on a pair of Tracers, Morte and Cruz on a pair of Lucios, and Winghaven Shade is going to round things out on Zarya and Reaper, respectively.
All right, so Tusio and Trey, and no Winstons though. So I think they're just running like what they want to do as far as support and offense, and then I think probably the Zarya Reaper combos to deal with any double Winston they see. But it's all 1 hero from the other side here, so no doubles.
Yeah, one side playing 1 hero limit, the other side stacking the Lucios and Tracers, and double sound pair in King of the Hill is so oppressive, and just being able to maintain momentum, use it, you roll in. But both teams getting into it right now. Unfixed and Voltaja getting right into the back. They pick up 2 kills immediately, and REUNITED already in a pretty good shape here as they get all the kills they need, and they're just going to roll right over Dropdown and take first control of this point.
Yep, that's a 6-0. That is a very quick first take. We'll see if they start switching things up now. I mean, maybe they're trying to hold on to their integrity by playing 1 hero limit. Now they're going to come in with a couple of Tracers in instead.
All right, but it's still only 1 Winston. Where is the double Winston? That's what I want.
Yeah, it's been surprising to me. Definitely. I mean, I think that's the strongest stack in the game is 2 Winstons. When you have one, like you've mentioned, when you have 2 of them, it's just infinitely more powerful than 1. Yet to see it today, though.
Voltaja right now just working his way in the back, being a huge pest, keeping people back, almost winning this Tracer v Tracer duel outright. Will be under pressure here by the Pharah, and the Tracer has to back out for now. But look at the other side, we have Unfixed, the Tracer on the other side, also looking for a big opportunity for a Pulse Bomb. Not going to be able to use it just yet, both Tracers getting onto him. And you'll see this a lot where both Tracers are going to be poking at each other on both sides. A little bit of gamesmanship, but they are able to keep Dropdown way far back and off the point. Here comes a Graviton Surge on the way. Pulse Bomb in from Voltaja, blows up 3 with the aid of Unfixed. And that is the Wombo combo that we haven't seen a whole lot of as of late, but is still very effective as both Tracers coming with their Pulse Bombs. They blow up everyone with Winghaven's Graviton.
Yeah, and those Pulse Bombs are pretty much at 50% again, because that's how quickly it charges. They're just doing work with their Tracers. I mean, Voltaja is a hit scan god, we all know that. Unfixed can play everything. It's just going to be really brutal to try to counter them. I think that's where you start. If you're Dropdown, try to figure out how you're going to deal with their damage.
Offense coming in here, Soundbearer on the way, but here comes Soundbearer from the defense. Shades moving in, was looking for the Death Blossom, didn't like what he saw, backed out to begin with. Voltaja and Morte, though, still able to get some value. In fact, I think Morte knocked Player's Den right off the ledge, so 90% right now for REUNITED. They are just rolling along and about to take this round outright.
Yeah, Morte is looking for cute plays here. He tried early and almost fell off the wall to get a giant wall run loop, but got one late. That's going to be first stage easily for REUNITED.
More tanked, sorry, stream. Dropdown, well aware that they're on stream, but they still have 2 more rounds to go here in terms of setting this back in their favor. Just have to see how things go.
Yeah, they should run double Winston. That's my expert advice here. Not only because you can, but also because you have to deal with these Tracers, and Winston's actually pretty good against Tracer. I mean, even in double numbers, you need the area control that the bubble provides. There's a lot of things you can do to, like, I think it's really, they just have no answer right now to Voltaja and Unfixed, because they're both very good players, and they're both on Tracer, which is super annoying, so you start there and try to deal with it, but they're gonna run a Mei instead, so.
If you can't win the Tracer v Tracer battle, it definitely gets very, very harsh very quickly in King of the Hill. Once you have the double Tracers in play, double Tracers definitely much more of a threat than just a single Tracer. As Player's Den, though, able to one-shot Unfixed with the Mei. Something people forget is that her right-click can one-shot off a headshot. One quick kill here for the side of Dropdown as they move in. Shades are going to even things up right away. 5v5 now on top of the point. Both teams getting into it. Neither team with a huge advantage just yet, but we'll see if this Mei can get some value. Certainly, it can be a threat to the Tracers if you can land those one-shots.
Yeah, Wall's in her own team in the corner, though.
Wall did not quite get as much value she's looking for. Is looking to kill the Tracer, not able to get just yet. Does have to use the ice block. The important thing here, though, for REUNITED is that REUNITED was able to zone out, drop down, and get control of the point as Shades now gains the backline. Already has Death Blossom. Might he even use it here? Gonna get zoned out a little bit with the ice wall, but overall, REUNITED definitely in the driver's seat at the moment.
Yeah, Sunbury comes in, though, that they are going to try to initiate onto this point. May goes down.
Came in on the back, got onto Reinhardt, almost took him out outright. Mercy, though, going to be able to heal him up. Shades, though, still doing all sorts of work. And look, he's in the middle of the entire team and still does not press Q. Says, look, I don't even need to do this. I got this. Left clicking everyone down.
Yeah, so a pretty clean fight there from REUNITED. They have Pulse Bomb off, they have Death Blossom, and now it's a really brutal part of this stage where they're able to hold right outside this door. As offense, you're going to have to try to come in maybe over the top, but Shades is already perched up there. He's hiding in the corner. Check your corners, people. We're going to see some disasters here if they don't.
Shades saying Death Blossom. Oh no, if he could just rush right in here, and oh no! Gets knocked off the ledge, not quite to his death, but Shades almost with a great opportunity to decide he did not want to go in there. I think if Lucio's read the sound barrier, he probably would have went in, but for now, he's holding on to it because really for REUNITED, they don't have to make any huge plays right now. They have control. It's the offense that has to make a huge play.
Yeah, I mean, the onus is definitely on Dropdown. They drop down.
Graviton coming out. Will there be the Wombo coming in? Here comes the Pulse Bombs. Everyone just getting deleted on the offensive side. REUNITED running with that same Wombo again. People are going to get rezzed up, though. Unfixed, does have Pulse Bomb, will be looking to stick it, throws down the bomb, doesn't get a whole lot of value. But where everyone got rezzed, this is still a very good position here for REUNITED as they just swarm the remaining survivors.
Yeah, I'm not entirely certain why they're still on a Reinhardt. I mean, they've been trying to do this slow push, but it's been so slow that the shield gets cracked and he gets taken out immediately. Then when you're out in the open, Reinhardt against two Tracers is probably the most impossible thing to play. They're always going to be behind you on the undersides, and he's just been getting murked.
Well, REUNITED with a firm victory here on round number 2. Unfixed dropping the tea time spray. 2-0. And now for Dropdown, they are 1 round away from getting knocked in the loser's bracket. A bit of a rough go for them here right now.
Yeah, they need to find something to do against, I mean, pretty much everyone, but it's been the Tracers who've been giving them most problems. Now REUNITED is going to switch it up to 1 hero limit style composition. Good for them. But they did, the change they made is they're going to put players down on McCree, because McCree is still, despite his, right-click nerf, it doesn't really matter against Tracer. He doesn't have a lot of health, flashbang's great, so he switches off of that. Now he's on Junkrat, now he's on McCree. Either one of those is good.
So both teams about to get into it. The Pharah will be in play here. No longer double Tracer coming out from REUNITED. 1 hero for each comp right now. Sort of back to the good old days in a sense. But Unfixed now getting damage boosted, laying all sorts of damage into that Reinhardt shield. Will it be an opportunity for something a little bit greater here in just a moment? Looking to take out Mord though. Lands 1 rocket, gets the double rocket kill on the Mord. Now REUNITED up 65. They can be a lot more aggressive at pushing into this.
Yeah, this is something we've seen on this stage specifically and out of Tailspin as well, that if you get your Pharah up early, then you can just control top and absolutely own it. Taking out the other Pharah is crucial there because now they have no vertical threat. He could just camp up top, but now they're getting so many kills that they're probably just going to go forward.
Balataja just feasting the back line, got the big pulse bomb, set up the Reinhardt, and is just moving forward with the aid of Unfixed. Unfixed playing Roxas from the back, actually getting the triple there, and very strong gameplay coming up from REUNITED, and they are keeping Dropdown all the way back in their ship right now.
Yeah, that feels bad, and they're just getting so much free poke. I mean, when you have a Tracer and she's getting Zarya shields, then it's just absolutely free damage that the other team can't really answer. You can't shoot at it, you're just going to charge up Zarya. Alright, there are a bunch of ultimates about to be ready for the offense. They'd be smart to kind of wait for them, try to get some picks here, and then go in with these ultimates up. See if your Tire can get something done, maybe moves them around, you get a Pulse Bomb in, anything to bring this back.
They're getting to look for something here. They do have a Tire on the menu, but Balataja taking out Sven early in this fight. 65, Pulse Bomb comes out, does not quite stick the way Balataja was looking for. But Unfixed giving the rocket support from the back. They're pushing the offense all the way back. And again, maybe we'll see a Tire up here in a moment, but it's going to be hard to land value given how REUNITED is playing. Now, though, for REUNITED, they have all sorts of ults here after ready, including the ground taunt, and there's the ground taunt. In comes the Death Blossom. Shades immediately murking 3 people, make it 4. Oh my goodness, and now REUNITED a mere 25% away from taking Lijiang and thus taking the series.
All right, here's my optimism plan, is that this Earth Shatter is going to be absolutely game-changing. They're going to initiate off this sound barrier and get a full team wipe.
But he's going to get pulse-bombed instead. There will be no Earth Shatter. 2 players already down. Players dead, not even getting a chance to drop the tire as REUNITED cleaning up again. And now for the offense coming out from Dropdown. Even if they go Tracers here, I don't know if they're going to be able to get to the point in time to actually cause overtime.
No, not with REUNITED standing where they are and dropping ultimates at that door.
And GG's being called. REUNITED will move on to the next round, and I believe the next match we're going to cast will be the SG1 versus Melty game, correct?
Yep, they are waiting for us. It is a best of 3. We're getting into the brass tacks now of the teams that we expect to move forward. We're actually have a longer, prolonged series here, and it being a best of 3, so we're going to see at least 2 maps between these top teams, and I'm really interested to see Melty and SG1. I think SG1 is probably overall the better team, but Melty has done nothing but surprise me the last week.
Mort saying you just got luck. Wait, what? 100% kill participation. I've never seen that.
Is that bugged? Is that legit?
I don't know if that's bugged. That could actually just be he was in on every elimination. What?
That's insanity.
I literally in all the time of casting Overwatch, even thinking to pubs and other, like I can't think of another time where I've seen 100% kill participation. I feel like that's the real story here. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, like even when we see someone have a dominant game, we see like 70, 75.
Yeah, that was... what?
All right.
Okay. That's something.
Oh, good for him. That's a screenshotable card right there. You take it. Even if it's bugged, you take it.
That is the most noble thing I think I've seen, but wow. Well played there. So we're going to be getting right into the round of 8. We're going to be swapping out lobbies here. It's going to be Melty versus SG1. Melty, of course, a legacy team, been in the comp since the very beginning, definitely having trouble reclaiming their former glory. And SG1, they've been in here for a really long time as well, and they've really been just struggling to take the next step. So could expect good things coming out from both teams here.
Yeah, as I mentioned, they